This is the Dremel 3D45, how to remove prints. So the difference between the 3D45 versus the 3D40 is that the 3D45 has a glass build plate, which typically you apply glue in that case. Once again, just like with the flash forges, it's got the build plate is clear button that you would need to accept. Do not do so until the build plate is actually clear. There's two tabs here on the front that need to be pressed down, so you can press them and lift up, and that's going to allow that to pop up. Once it's pulled up, you've got to be really careful. This is quite an expensive plate, so if it's dropped, it will break. There is one replacement one, I believe. What I typically like to do, in most cases, I just use this little scraper here. I pin it against my body, and then I'll just kind of try to go up under those edges. Sometimes if they're really stuck on a desk or table, I'll maybe hold over here, and then I can kind of just hold it with my thumb and then just kind of pop it off that way. And sometimes if there's just an insane amount of surface contact with this, one of the best things to do is literally throw it in a freezer. You put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and then when you touch it with the scraper, it'll just pop right off. So now that your print has been removed, it's time to replace it back. Once again, so these little kind of handles right here are going to go to the front. It's got locks in right here, where it's going to clip into the back, so I push it in straight backward, and then I snap it. Careful not to hit, there's little bitty knobs that can be turned, which are used for the leveling process, which we're going to talk about here in a different video. Now that it's clear, I just need to make sure that there is glue on it. If need be, just add literally Elmer's glue is fine. This is the glue that came with it. But I go in a grid pattern, so it doesn't have to be done every time, but it's always good to make sure that there's glue. So I go horizontally and vertically, kind of making a grid pattern, and now we're all set. It does allow it to both stick, but then also remove the prints a little bit easier. Hit the accept button, and it's ready to build.